And then skin cancer.
Yeah. I would say the biggest takeaway, I would say the first spot, like, so for anyone that doesn't know, I said I love to win. I didn't necessarily mean I love to win at how many skin cancers one person can have in one location, but I'm at 13. It was a little bit over a year ago when the first one was diagnosed. I had always had, like when I grew up, I always had like a white spot on my back that was whiter than the rest of my skin. And then I would tan myself, with iodine and baby oil as one would.
Mm-hmm.
When
in the
they want to
90s,
be in the 90s and ride around and my Abercrombie tanks with the sports bra
Very
lines
and the Abercrombie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I just always tanned my skin. This area on my back always looked kind of funky, and it wasn't until I was on a run actually with Kyle Richards, and I used to always just run solely in my sports bra. And just I'm like a texture, part of the OCD is I despise, you saw I even changed pants when I sat down, because if a texture doesn't feel right to me, I can't, like, it's all I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
So just making it very clear the levels of OCD, like if I have to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And she looked at me and she goes, "That spot on your back changed." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "The spot with the freckles, there's like a spot that looks different." I'm like, "Whatever, it's fine." She's like, "I know you don't like going to the doctor. We're going."
Because you have anxiety.
I have anxiety surrounding the unknown. That's why the driving's an anxiety. That's why going to the doctor's an anxiety. Granted, people will say, "Well, you went and got a neck lift." I'm like, I knew the result. I said what I wanted. I went in and got it. And but not being able to control the ending is very hard for me, which is why it sounds crazy, but why driving is so hard for me. I don't know where I'm going to park. Mm-hmm. What if there's a parking garage? What if I have all of it? But she said, "I know you worry about going to the doctor. We're going to go right now." And we went in, like it was someone right down the street who I'm so grateful for. And immediately she looked at the spot and she was like, "Yeah, you have two choices. I can either biopsy this or I can just cut it out. I'm 99% sure it's melanoma." And then we went to, she cut it out. They biopsied it. It was melanoma. And then since then, we've had 13. And the most recent one, they were unable to get clear margins, which means now I'm on, I had two options. They could either completely cut out that portion of my shoulder and my back and do a skin graft, like take skin from somewhere else in my body and put it over that area, because apparently that entire area is a problem. I mean, I have scars all over. Or we're gonna try, before I do that, I said I would like to try this cream, which is supposed to, I'm like, "What are the side effects?" They're like pain, exhaustion, but I'm like edginess. I'm like, "Great, sign me up. I'm already halfway there."
I love those commercials when they're like, "Your leg might fall off, your arm might grow out of your head." And they're like, "All right." They're always dancing while they're showing it.
And then they're like, "Should we do a 3-parter? I'm like, "No, we're gonna do it all in one section." But the amazing part about it was that I was able to become a spokesperson for the Melanoma Research Foundation. They gave a grant of over $100,000, and showing my scars, the amount of, more than anything that I've ever done. I'm like, of all the bad stuff that I've done or mistakes that I have made, the amount of people that have messaged me that they went and got checked, it makes it all worth it.
Yeah. So Teddi, it really is about making your message.